All right, so I wanted to take this unit apart. When I say take apart, I mean take the door off, because I'm getting ready for the natural gas. And I will be using this port here. So I'm going to move the grommet to this side. And I have all the pieces. I'm going to put them in dry. Now, in one of my other videos, I was standing back here like this, talking about the messed up installation. And I had mentioned, oh, we're looking at about 6,000 here. Well, somebody decided to go on YouTube, make a comment that the furnace costs $1,500 and they've been doing this for 10 years. Now, I don't know what 10 years has to do with anything. So you always give someone the benefit of the doubt, right? So I pulled the cover and I started looking at it. So there's the model, GM 9S92 1205, which means it's 92% efficient. That's what that means. And I went online, again, trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, because as I always say in my videos, I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. But when I get a question, I try to help, because I figure maybe it's someone who doesn't know and they're trying to be inquisitive. And that's why I said when I saw the comment that he had been doing it 10 years. So here you go. I looked up all the model numbers. The only unit that was close to 1,500 is 80% efficient. There's your 92, 1941. That means this unit here is around $2,000. Now these are online prices. Now, why would you buy a furnace online? I don't know. I think you could do it for your own house or if you're helping a friend, but to do it as a business, unless you had a development with, 100 houses or 20 houses or 50 houses you're doing, why would you do it online? I've done it before, but that's when I have 2 or 3 units in my inventory as backup. Because if something goes wrong online, it's the middle of winter, you're kind of screwed, and that client is too, until you can get a replacement. So what I always do is I buy my units locally. And that's why you pay more for them, because now you have the supplier, a local known supplier, to back you up. If a furnace goes down and it's the middle of winter and it's, 10 degrees or 0 or below 0, most likely I can get that unit the same day or within the next day. In a cold climate, you can't. Imagine going online, the internet. You order a box and it goes down to 10 below and something happens. How in the hell are you going to get that thing replaced online? Unless they had a local distributor or something. So anyway, so whoever posted that comment, just so you know, you said 1,500. The cheapest I found was 1,542, and that's 80% efficient. This unit's 92, and that's 1941. It also, you see the other numbers, and there's 96%. So of course, the higher the efficiency goes, the more expensive. That's online. So when I said I'm looking at 6,000, and I made in the comment, I'm talking about all the material on the job site pertaining to the mechanical room. So we're looking at, say 2,000 to 21 for this unit. The coil is another 600 around there. So that's about 28. The condenser outside is, another 1,800 or whatever. So I went online again. This price here, and this is an upflow. So, here you go, online, $4,790. Might as well say $4,800. That's from Supply House. That's online. Here's HVAC Direct, $5,401. Here it is, $4,804 for 13 SEER. I believe we're up to 16 seer. And the reason I went through all this is because on the internet you have something called keyboard warriors. And then you have people who are just curious, who really, I've had people ask me questions, and I really try to help people. But to come on and say, I've been doing this 10 years and that furnace cost no more than 1,500, you really need to be more specific and say, that unit costs 1,500 for 80% efficient in my area. I don't even know where the person was. So I hope this helps answer your question. When I said I'm looking at 6,000, this setup here is 3 ton, and I believe it's 13 seer. Online is 4,800. Around here, it's about 5,500 local. So I was just throwing a 6,000 number out there, and guess what? I was real damn close. The other thing that makes me know that I knew what I was talking about is I just put this in my own house. I have the same furnace, and I have 3 ton, and I designed the system. Maybe in another video, I'll show you mine, how I installed it. And I built all my ductwork. I didn't buy it. I fabricated my own. And I have a 13 seer. It's an upflow, and mine lays down on its side because the basement was low like this one, and I couldn't get the coil and everything in. But I'll maybe do that video later. So there you go. That answers that question. And I hope it helps. And hello to everyone else who had great things to say. And I'll end this video by saying, you know, when you're saying stuff on the internet, try to be as detailed as you can. I had another guy who got ticked off because I temporarily used silicone to hold a lady's system together. It was an older lady too, so she could have service until the permanent solution was there. And, you know, you have people on YouTube, and the only thing I can figure out is that comes down to it is could be that they're trying to do, a lot of people on YouTube are doing it for money. And they want to get monetized, and when they see another channel get a lot of attention, something ticks off in them. And I'll repeat what I say. My channel is not monetized, and it was the intention to be, and it never is the intention as far as I'm concerned. The reason I make the videos is for the owners of the properties. That was the original reason for the video. It still is the reason for me making videos. It has turned a little more into people asking questions and stuff like that, and that's fine. But yeah, right now in my mind, I have no monetization goals, and I think that's what drove this comment. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a new person. 10 years. The person said he's been doing it 10 years. I mean, gee whiz, 10 years here is just enough training to apply to the board to get your master's license. And I'm saying that because the HVAC people now are starting to use the word master in front of their so-called title. So if you say master HVAC, I mean, we used to call them mechanical technicians. And I think that HVAC guys said, well, hell, now that we have to have a license and now that we have to pay insurance and bond like master plumbers, we should be called masters. In the state of New Jersey, you have master plumbers, you have a master carpenter, which is not really licensed as a trade. Used to be licensed per township. And now in the Garden State, they have the business ID, that long number that catches everyone. So, like I said, it's a money-making deal, but to call yourself a master is pretty up there. And maybe that's what it is. I don't know. And you know, to be honest with you, I don't really care. I just like to give as much info as I can, help the younger ones who are trying to obtain their license and steer out of things. So you got the keyboard warriors and people who are really trying to be sincere. So I hope this helps. See ya.